Hi and welcome to Yellow Frog TV. My name is Sathwik. I hope all of you guys are doing really well. I want to start this video by thanking all of you guys who have been supporting this channel. The channel has reached its first milestone of 100 subscribers. As you guys know that I am new to this, having my own YouTube channel and posting content. But I really thank you guys for the support. It is very encouraging and makes me want to keep at it. So once again, thanks to everyone who have been sharing this page to their family, friends and people who this may be helpful for. So with that, today we're going to be talking about two cryptocurrencies. One would be Ripple or XRP and the other is Cardano. So let's quickly dive into this. XRP. Now XRP is usually referred to as Ripple. But keep in mind that Ripple is actually the name of the company that issues the cryptocurrency that is called XRP. And the ticker symbol for XRP is XRP as is. Now, the cryptocurrencies that we did discuss in the previous videos had their own unique use cases, and Ripple has its very own use case as well. So Ripple runs a payment platform for a very low transaction fee. And what's even more interesting is that Ripple is regulatory compliant, which means that it does meet the regulatory standards of most countries in order to transact, send and receive money. So Ripple was primarily designed in order to compete with currency conversion and wire transfers. So banks that facilitate currency conversion usually charge around 3% of the total amount that you are looking to transact. And when you look at wire transfers, let's take a country like the United States for example. If they're trying to transact money through wire transfer within the country, the banks charge them around $30 to $45. And if they're trying to transact through wire outside of the United States, they are charged about $45 to $50 per transaction. So Ripple was basically created in order to compete with this and reduce the transaction fee. If you are to compare Ripple transactions to Bitcoin transactions have a high transaction cost. They take quite a while to get the transaction complete and they also use a lot of energy. Whereas Ripple transactions use very little energy. It takes merely a few seconds for the transaction to get complete and it has a very low cost. Ripple was founded in the year of 2012 and thanks to the unique use case, they have a really good backing in terms of investors and partnerships with some of the biggest financial institutions and tech companies in the world. To mention some of them would be Bank of America, Bank of England, Google Ventures, Western Union, Barclays, Standard Chartered, and some of the banks that also have a local presence like Axis Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Yes Bank and many more. So Ripple is one of the cryptocurrencies that have a really huge potential in the future, and also it is one of the most highly valuable cryptocurrencies in terms of the use case and obviously the market cap as well. Cardano. The ticker symbol for Cardano is ADA. If you guys remember on the Ethereum video, I did mention that there are a few cryptocurrencies in the market that are competing with Ethereum and trying to better the same use cases. And now Cardano is one of these cryptocurrencies. Cardano is very similar to Ethereum. It is obviously in comparison very new and very small. But Cardano is also a smart contract platform. But there's a small little difference here. Cardano is mined slightly differently from Ethereum and thus also reducing the transaction fee significantly. So we all know that Ethereum's transaction fee can get very high and even generally on an average it is pretty high, whereas Cardano's transaction fee is extremely low. So one more thing here that makes Cardano very similar to Ethereum is that the co-founder of Ethereum, who goes by the name of Charles Hopkinson, this guy is the founder and creator of Cardano. So he founded Cardano in the year of 2015 and launched it in the year of 2017. So this guy basically knows exactly how Ethereum works and he was trying to create a cryptocurrency that can probably be better than Ethereum maybe in the future. So that was for Charles Hopkinson. So right now Cardano is traded at a price of about $1.30 and stands at a market cap value of about $43 billion. Now, with that, we've covered two cryptocurrencies that have massive potential in their future. One in the form of Ripple, that could change the face of instant money transfer globally for all of us, and another in the form of Cardano, which is looking to better the same use cases of the second largest cryptocurrency in the world, that is Ethereum, and also replace and overtake Ethereum sometime in its future. So, you never know what can happen in the crypto world, but these cryptocurrencies do seem to have a bright future. Now we've covered 6 cryptocurrencies on this channel so far. That's Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB Coin, Tether, Ripple, and Cardano. Now, I use these 6 cryptocurrencies as examples so that we can better understand the use cases of these cryptocurrencies on the blockchain. Now, when you're looking at people who are investing in the stock market, let's say someone is investing in Apple stocks, what would convince someone to buy or invest in these stocks? So now, first of all, Apple is a very well-known brand. They have created and established a very good name for themselves over the years. And we all know their products and services that they provide. We've been looking at the track record of how year in, year out, they keep coming out with better products and better services as time passes by. And they are a company that generate a lot of revenue. So when you look at this trajectory of how this company has been working, there is a bit of faith that you have, and you've understood exactly what this company does and you believe in it. And that's the reason why you go ahead and invest money in there, hoping for good returns. Now, when people invest in cryptocurrencies, it has to be the same. It has to be an educated decision on what cryptocurrency that you're going to be investing in and why. What use cases does it serve, and the fact that you believe and have faith in what it's going to be used for. So it shouldn't be like someone comes to you and tells you this is a good cryptocurrency to invest in, and you blindly just go ahead and invest some money there. Because the crypto market is way more volatile than the stock market. So as I hope you guys have been enjoying the content on this channel, and I hope that it has been adding value to your crypto journey as well. And if it has, please do like and comment on the videos, and also do subscribe to the channel. And once you do subscribe, you will find a bell icon right next to the subscribe button. By clicking on that, you will be instantly notified whenever I do post videos here, and it also helps the YouTube algorithm in pushing the videos to more viewers. So again, thank you so much for joining me in on this one, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. You guys take care and stay safe.